Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my weekly Forex analysis. I really do appreciate everybody for hopping on. Let's go ahead and get started, right? Let's go ahead and get this analysis started. You guys know I usually do. I like looking at the fundamentals first before I get really into the charts, just to see when I could see some potential high volatility in the market. So today, Sunday, we have at 6 p.m. Oh, this is late, like in a couple minutes. Fed Chairman Powell is speaking, but it's Sunday. A lot of people assume that on Sundays the market doesn't move that much, but hey, this could possibly move the market a lot, you know. I am looking for key reversals on the US dollar from last week, so I will be watching for this in the next couple of minutes as I'm doing the analysis, right? Tomorrow we do have Canadian dollar news at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, and that's BOC Business Outlook Survey. Tuesday 7:30 a.m. we do have US dollar news CPI. So we want to watch for that on Tuesday morning, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We do have New Zealand dollar news, RNZB rate statements. This is something that you want to watch out for sure. Could definitely move the market. I know that my guy Kem's gonna probably want to. He's probably gonna want to do some news on that. Maybe we'll see about that. U.S. dollar, same thing with Australian dollar. Yeah, he's definitely gonna want to do that one. 11 a.m. Wednesday, U.S. dollar Fed Chairman is gonna be speaking as well. And this is again 8:30 p.m. Australian dollar. You want to watch for that. That could give some good scalping opportunities. I know Kem is gonna want me to do that with them, so we'll see how that is. Thursday, core retail sales as well. U.S. dollar 7:30 a.m. So there's a lot of, and I don't really mess with this pair, so I'm not gonna really care about it. But there's a lot of news this week, so you want to definitely watch out. You want to keep these times at your local time, right? You want to make sure these times are set for your local time so that you could definitely be able to be aware that, oh, this can potentially happen in the market. Let me see what happens, right? So let's go ahead and go on over to the charts. I'm going to take off my drawings from last week real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at what the candle gave us last week on the weekly time frame. So it does look like that. This kind of looks like a morning star might be potentially forming right here, where you have a bullish candle. I mean, an evening star, where you have a bullish candle pushing to the upside, and then you have hold on. First of all, I keep forgetting. Let me take this off. Sorry for the double video. But what I was saying is that we have like a morning star. This isn't a doji necessarily, but it is showing like it could be a possible like shooting star right here as well. And then you have a bearish engulfing candle that's engulfing this candle. So we could possibly be seeing a turnaround on the DXY. But for me right now, I'm not necessarily looking for that, because before I even continue, I just want to go into arbitrage. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this move to happen. Break and retest, price push down. I'll talk, and maybe it could possibly come down even lower, and I'll talk about that on the technical analysis chart. But I've been waiting for this to happen, for price to break through this RSI line for like about a month and a half now. So now that that's really happening, I'm really looking for the DXY to go bullish. But again, these confirmations down here, they haven't got sent yet. But let's go ahead and go back to technical analysis chart. Yeah, so a possible reversal could be happening. That could be a shooting star right there, possibly. Possible long-term bias, I was saying that if price comes down to this 71% fib, when I go down to the daily time frame, I'll talk more about that. If price does come down to and breaks below 91.305, then I'll be looking for a possible reversal down here at 90.555 on the DXY, and that's because from that swing high to this swing low, where price made this bullish impulsive move, that's the 71% right here. So we'll be watching for that when price gets there. But until then, I am definitely looking for buys around this daily time frame area. Oops, let me get rid of that. Sorry. So I had been saying that price came to the 61.8 fib on this impulsive buy right here, which when price did this breakout above this. It's considered now. I would say it's still considered a supply zone since price hasn't broken. Since price isn't above this line, but it is above this line. So this is considered, well, I'll just call this a support, right? Right now it's using price as support since it is over it. But according to this daily candlestick as well, with this bearish candle, I could possibly see price continuing down, definitely. I still want 91.940 to get hit and then price continue to the upside. So nothing's really changed for me on the DXY. Things is actually going according to plan. But still, I wanted to make that little push lower. But there are some trades that I still am in from last week that might affect that. But overall, I still want to see this move. And again, if 91.305, that price breaks through all this and drops lower, then this would be the next possible long-term buy that I'll be looking for. So going over to arbitrage, I already talked about this weekly time frame. I've been waiting for this, and since price has already hit that 61.8, like I said, I'm looking for the DXY to really start to turn around right now. I haven't gotten the buy signal yet, but I'm pretty sure that if this candle starts to go bullish, then this buy signal would be here all week. But it won't be official until the candle closes. And so we have 5 days until the weekly candle on the US dollar will close. So we'll see what happens in the next couple, and we'll see what happens in throughout the week, right? Daily time frame. Oh, this hit TP, although it wasn't really a trade. Daily time frame prices over here were at the upper danger zone on the bands, and so what I'm really waiting to see if it do, because right now it's rejecting off of these two candles, which is what I like to see. If I can get an engulfing candle that engulfs this candle right here, that'd be awesome, and then I'll definitely be looking for the DXY to push it upside. So right now I am high key, not even low key, high key, trying to be bullish on the DXY. So 4-hour time frame. This had already played out from last week. Take that off. It's not setting up quite yet, but I'm still, like I said, I'm still looking for that bullish move to the upside, really. 1-hour time frame. It's called for the buy. Well, called for the buy on Friday, and it already did that, but still, it never called for a sell, and it's still looking like it possibly go bullish. This might have been just a break, retest, continuation type of thing. So that's what I'm really looking for as well. So yeah, guys, I'm bullish on the DXY. There's nothing more, nothing less. I'm bullish on the DXY. If it comes down to, again, in fact, let me set the alert right now before I forget. Oh, it is actually not set. 71% fib buy possibility on the DXY, and so that basically means that EURUSD, AUDUSD, and GBPUSD, or anything that's against the US dollar. Anything that the dollar is against, I'm kind of looking for it to go bearish right now. So let's go on over to EURUSD. This is definitely not the trade we're in. This is when I was doing the review. This is the trade that we're in right here. Okay. So let's go on over to weekly time frame as well on EURUSD. Oops, I apologize. Make that a bigger screen. Okay. Sorry. My phone real quick. Oh, I know why it's acting like that. There we go. That is so much better. No, my headphones was messed up. It's alright. But EURUSD. I'm again, same thing with EU. This could be a potential morning star right here, which is making price push to the upside. It could be a possibility. I'm not really looking forward to it because, again, the same opposite of the DXY, right? If I go over here onto EU, go onto the weekly time frame, got the sell already coming out. But again, we have 5 days until this closes, and guys, for those who've been following me for a minute, you guys know how I usually am. For arbitrage setups, I like that breakout. Oh, never mind. I forgot that I just hit it. So you got the breakout, retest, continuation to the downside. So that's what I'm still planning on with EU, but we'll talk about arbitrage later. Let me do the technical analysis. I still can see the possibility of price again pushing up to, it's the same thing with the DXY, right? I still see the possibility of price coming all the way back up to like 1.21638 and then pushing down. That possibility definitely still exists, but right now I'm really going on based off of arbitrage. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that off. We are in this trade from last week. I'm not gonna necessarily, well, I'll count it for this week, but that just means that you would have to get in the sell right now. But again, I'm not really caring for that weekly candlestick pattern. I definitely would have to watch that this week. And if this is still a possibility, I can still see some type of liquidity up here. That price can just literally come up or run through. It made a double bottom. Triple tops usually get ran through and then price drops anyway. So that can still be a possibility, which might be what happened if the DXY goes to like so the 78.6, not the 71% fib, the 78.6 fib. So again, EU, this is still a good trade. In fact, if you haven't got into EU as a trade, I think I'm gonna possibly put in another entry right here. I'm already 1% in right here, so I'm gonna put 1.5% because again, I'm trying to sell this hardcore. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this trade right here. 4-hour time frame. Let me see what it's looking like. So I like these three black holes that we have here. Price pushing to the downside. I like that. I like that. Let me get rid of this real quick. Also this, gonna hide it. Okay. Although current like market structure and price action that's going on, this kind of look like this could potentially still go bullish. After this bullish move to the upside, price did come to the 78.6, rejected off of it, which was my entry, from last week, and then pushed to the upside. So this could possibly still push to the go like bullish, but I'm not looking for the bulls personally right now. Again, I'm looking for the bears more of, but that doesn't mean that what I want to happen is what's gonna happen, right? I could be totally wrong. Let me check out what the volume's looking like personally.
Everyone knows in a sale
It's not really crazy.
But some genius put our bestsellers on sale. This big screen color console, automatic
Hold on.
fine tuning, high bright color tune.
I don't like that song. Yeah, this can definitely still come and strike these out. Just to be quite honest with you, price has been really bullish as of late, so watching for that. Even this, like from these highs to these low, this is still the 71%. So that's why I'm saying that I'm still liking how the sales are matching up, and especially since it's matching up with the weekly time frame, like it can't get any better than that for me. So I'm taking this out. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who think that it's gonna probably go bullish, and hey, they might be right, but I have to follow my own analysis. That's how I get better as a trader, right? So EU buying, and the same thing. If you want to take an arbitrage buy, this is for a position trade. I repeat, this is a position trade. This trade, look to take it for about like however long it takes until it calls for an exit. Like this might be a couple months, this might be a year, who knows? Not a year. I doubt it's gonna be a year, but again, this is a position trade. And put your stop loss, I would say about right here. So you're risking 304 pips to get 812 pips. Now again, this is a position trade. This is for those who like looking at like investments or something like that, right? A lot of things are going on with the U.S. economy. Things are starting to open back up, and things are starting to look good over there. So that can only make me think, and also hope, at least, that the economy is starting to get better. The U.S. dollar is starting to gain value, because the U.S. dollar took a mad hit last year, like a hard hit. And that's what made EU push to the upside like this. So now things are starting to open back up. Now it's starting to look like the DXY is going to start gaining value again. So again, I'm taking this swing opportunity, 812 pips opportunity. I'm risking this in particular. I'm risking 2% of my account on this trade right here. And again, this is like an account that you don't want to have easy access to, or you don't want to be looking at it on a consistent basis. You just want to have it there chilling, doing its thing, right? And make sure to use proper risk management, because again, this is 300 pip stop loss. So there's that on AUDUSD. This position, on the other hand, again, I'm going to risk it 1.5% on it. I could definitely still see the possibility of price pushing to the upside then dropping, but I'm still going to take this out. Going over to the other time frames. Daily time frame hasn't called for that buy yet. If this does break out and like it starts breaking out to the upside, then I'll start to reconsider this. But it won't let me get out the trade necessarily. But for the other trade that I'm in, like the swing trade, that definitely would tell me to get out. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and set this arbitrage long entry once per I'll say only once. Create. So once it gives me that alert, that'll be like, okay, you might want to start looking to exit your sell and all that type of stuff. 4 hour looks like it might be starting to set up. Not quite ready yet. And the 1 hour time frame called for a sell retesting. It looks like it's retesting right now currently. So yeah, I'm still looking for sells on EU for sure. So let's see how that goes. I'm gonna also set this alert to tell me when to get out the sell. This one I'm gonna have when the candle closes. So I'm gonna do short exit all once per bar close, and then I'm gonna create that. So let's see what EU does for us tonight. Just go on over to AUDUSD. Let me make sure. Okay. Just making sure. Okay, AUDUSD. This was straight from last week. I remember I had mentioned that for that price did come up and grab liquidity. That's all it looked like it did. That was perfect. Then price pushed out, retested, continued to the downside. If anybody would have taken this out right here, you would have taken like about 75% profits there. That's my usual setup, but that's not what I took, because again, it was just consolidating. And to me, this still looks like it's consolidating. Even this wick, man, this wick came down nasty. I could still potentially see price pushing to the upside, but for me to get into this sell, I need to see price. Let me get rid of this head and shoulders. I'm not looking at it anymore. And yeah, price has just been consolidating from this low of 0.74599, basically 0.4600, to these highs. Price has just been consolidating in this buy box area, like from the retracement in between the 61.8 and the 78.6. So right now, AUDUSD honestly does not look the greatest to me. Like, I don't personally want to trade it unless I see some type of breakout. Now, right now, all I'm kind of seeing is I like seeing this bear flag. It's kind of a dysfunctional bear flag, but a bear flag nonetheless to me. I just honestly, again, with EU, I honestly see this falling as well. I feel like the US dollar is going to gain, even if the Australian dollar is having like a lot of strength. I feel like regardless, it's just the US dollar is gonna overpower and just make this go bearish. So I see this bear flag happening way more than this buy playing out. Like, it's just been consolidating. I don't know when's the last time I really saw last time I saw AU consolidate this long was right here. It was just consolidating. We're consolidating. And so over here, like, again, all I see is a bear flag. I'm gonna make these thicker because that's better for my eyes. Okay. Oops. So with that being said, all I really have to see at this point is either price breakout, for the A, price breakout to the upside, retest, continuation. Oops, that is definitely trend lines. price to either push up to the upside, retest, continuation, which I am not in favor of personally. Even though it's at this buy box area, I just see this as a bear flag more, and with how I'm looking for the US dollar as well. Or I just want this to happen. Breakout, continue, retest, continuation to the downside. So either or, that's what I'm looking at for AUDUSD. So don't mind this. I'm gonna hide it. But if it does play out, then hey, I am wrong. And remember, there was a head and shoulders pattern from all the way up here. There was a head and shoulders pattern on AUDUSD all the way from up here. So even this right here, like that's even more of a confluence for this to might be dropping. Although yeah, I would have rather preferred price to come back up here than drop. I do not like this song. That sounded terrible. But yeah, for price to push up, push down, continuation to the upside, I don't want that to happen for AUDUSD. It's going over to arbitrage, going over to the weekly time frame, see what that's looking like. And yeah, same thing. I've been looking for this as well, waiting for this breakout to happen to the downside. We got this buy push up. This happened back in when? This happened back all the way in June. Price was extremely bullish, and now waiting for that breakout, retest, continuation to the downside. This broke out and it never came back down, so that's one thing that you gotta watch out for when if price comes down here, that it might be holding as a support for a while. Daily time frame has been bearish. It's called for the sell. Just been consolidating ever since. Like again, it looks like a bear flag to me. 4-hour time frame called for the sell last week at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time closing candle. So again, yeah, I'm just looking for AUDUSD to drop really, but I'm not gonna get into anything personally until I see that breakout flag. 30 minutes setting up for a possible buy, but I'm not looking for any buys right now. So that's for AUDUSD. I'm gonna be watching this. It's going over to EURGBP in this buy. Okay, same thing for EU basically that I'm looking at for EURGBP. Oops. There we go. Kind of seeing, let me hide this first of all. The possibility. Oh, first of all, let me turn that all off. Look at the weekly. Yeah, I don't like how these USD pairs are looking because they're just forming these morning and evening stars, engulfing, bearish engulfing weekly candle. This could potentially be a turnaround point for USDCHF as well. Now, I did have the possibility of price coming all the way down here. So if this buy that I'm in doesn't play out, most likely, if this liquidity grab isn't what is gonna happen, then most likely I'm probably gonna look for buys all the way over here, and I might look for it's like a swing sell in the future, right? But again, what I would have to see if I do that is for price to like literally like just scoop down, then push back up, and then retest and continue up. That's what I would look for in a possible buy. So like something like this. So like let's say if price came all the way down to grab this liquidity that could be down here, that could be down there, then price pushes back up, I'd look for the retest, then a continuation to the upside. Because I am, like I said, I am looking for bulls on the DXY, but if the DXY does drop down to that 71% Fibonacci level, then this could definitely be the possibility of the play. But for now, since price is still holding above this structure, I am going to be bullish on USDCHF. And if this doesn't happen, if prices keep dropping, then again I'll be looking for buys right here at like 0.90373. All right. Let me see real quick. That is loud. All right. So yeah, I am still definitely bullish on USDCHF. I'm not liking the morning star that I'm seeing on the weekly time. I mean, the evening star that I'm seeing on the weekly time frame. But hey, we'll see what happens. I do like the price action that's going on right here on this 4 hour. Let me go on the 1 hour time frame. On the lower time frames, I am liking this price action. So got this bearish candle to the downside. Looks like that could have been a stop hunt. Let me see what the volume looks like on that candle. Very low volume, but price was pushing up as price. I like that. I like that the price was pushing up while the price was rising. Okay, so price pushed up, retest. What did it do? Came to the 71%, not the 78.6. I am expecting bulls. I like this bullish engulfing candle as well. Let's go, USDCHF. I am still in this buy, and I am liking it the more I am looking at it. So buy box. If you guys want to, you can join me in this buy, and instead of it being all the way up here, I might actually get into an X second entry, to be quite honest with you. Let me look for my other entry, or my first entry. Oh my goodness, what do I have on this chart? Oh yeah, you see, I had this planned out. Like, if anything happens, if this doesn't fall through, then I'll just get into this buy. So hide that. What's this? This is the current buy I'm in. All right, there we go. And that's what you do when you do a good analysis. Like, you have a backup plan when if your first trade doesn't do well. And that's why also risk management is important, because like, okay, first trade didn't do so well. How about let's try another one, right? So anyways, USDCHF, gonna go ahead, and because I'm already in this buy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say that this is a new buy for this week. And if you want to, you could either, if you're not in this trade and you would like to join me, then you can have the same stop loss as I. And hey, you can take the intraday trade right here. 60 pip. Let me get rid of this. That's last week's stuff. I'm still holding it personally. 60 pip opportunity. That is a huge stop loss. Because if this falls out, I personally think if this drops out, then we're definitely gonna come down here. So I'm gonna actually make this a way better risk-reward ratio. Risking 27 pips, you could risk 30 pips, why not? Just to make it even. 30 pips, whatever. And you're looking to get 60 pips. So that's a 1-to-2 risk-reward ratio. I like that risk-reward ratio. But again, I am looking to take this long-term. So even if price comes to like TP, I might leave like 20% of that trade and let it just keep running so that I can make money off of it, right? So that is USDCHF. I like how it's playing out. And so yeah, like I said, I most likely will hold that trade, and so I'm already still in it anyways. That's even better. All right, S&P. We go through this every single week, I swear. Making higher highs. What do? Leave it alone. Wait for a retracement. I wanted this retracement to happen last week. It did it. Instead, it gave me an L. And so one thing that I will watch for personally is if any dump happens, this would be the next place that I'm looking for USDCHF to come into. If a dump happens, which can definitely, if the US dollar gains strength, then I expect a dump of the US indices. But I could be wrong on that, because I do not definitely want to bet against the US indices. So again, if there is a dump that might happen, I'd want to see price come to like 40.61, and then I'll look to take it higher, to make a higher high off of it, because I didn't change it to a limited time on Zoom. Alright, it's whatever. But reason why is because it's just making higher highs. If every single time anybody's tried to sell, they've gotten bit in the butt. So it's like, nah. It's extremely bullish. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll consider this 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days of price just being bullish. That's your best bet for if it does break these lows of 40 I'll say a 40.84 because now let me hide this. I'm gonna hide all this. Okay, so what I could also see just from this bullish impulsive move, right? If I were to look for buys to continue taking this to the upside, I would definitely be looking at this 40.61 area. Is that the same area that I talked about right now? I don't think, is it? Maybe. Let me see. I might be tripping. Nope, yep, it's the exact same one. I'm like, no. Well, other than that, all I could really see is from this bullish move to up here and price coming to 40.84. But I've been noticing that when I try this one out, I usually get like stopped out. So I'm not really going to look for this. I'm going to look for the deeper move. And even if I do look for this, I might reduce the risk. I might be like, okay, I'll take 0.5% on this trade rather than a whole 1%, you know? So S&P, going to be watching out for that. Gonna go ahead and set an alert here to see what's up, honestly. Go back on into arbitrage. I mean, higher time frames, they're all going to call bullish. From the 1 hour up, it's all going to call bullish. 30 minute, nothing. 15 minute might be starting to call for, nope, nothing. Everything's bullish. So that's for S&P. I'm pretty sure Dow Jones looked the exact same way. Take profit hit on that play-by-play. That was phenomenal. Oh, it didn't hit, but it was so close to getting hit. But this play-by-play that I did on for everybody, that was actually a really good trade. And like I mentioned last week, this was really the only pair that did what I needed it to do. Down here where it retested these lows and then pushed to the upside, and then same thing. It's just looking for the same thing over and over again, right? So one or two things can happen here again. One or two things could happen. From this high to that low, this is where price is going to stop at. Wherever price stops at and it starts to retrace, whether it's here or if it keeps going up a little higher, I'd be looking more for, well, no, because this just feels overextended to me personally. If I were to expect a dump, like a huge dump on this, I honestly want it to come down all the way down here, but I don't even know if that's a possibility at this point. I would just set it to say that, okay, I want price to come down. It's like 33,218 for a longer term type of, for a longer term continuation to the upside. And if that doesn't happen, then what I would be looking for, right here, from this breakout, if price stays here, again, would want price to come down into the 71%, and then I take it to the upside. But whichever one happens, I'm not really looking forward to trying to buy these, honestly. I'd rather wait for the retracement and then wait for a price action before I look to buy anything. But again, this could play out very well, so I'm gonna just set alerts on them and see what's up. But everything else, like I said, arbitrage, everything is bullish. No need to look at it. Not in that anymore. NAS 100. Again, NAS 100, the same thing as S&P. It played my life last week. It didn't do the retracement. It just kept going to the upside. But I am happy that for those who I told about this retracement, not to sell, I'm glad that there were people that told me, yeah, I didn't look to sell. They actually bought, which made me happy. Glad to hear that. One thing, NASDAQ looks like it's gonna make all-time highs. So personally, if I were you, I'd probably just set a buy stop right here. and leave NASDAQ alone. Let it do what it's gonna do, but literally set a buy stop. Like, probably set your stop loss like about right here, and just take it to the upside and keep taking and just ride the wave. Because all I could really see is NASDAQ just making higher highs. I don't think it's gonna make a double top right here then drop, although it could possibly happen, and it could even do this where it just grabs the liquidity, boom. But I have my doubts on that. I definitely have my doubts on that happening, but the possibility is there. So again, I'm just gonna set a buy stop personally, or not. I'm going to set a buy stop, but if you were to take a trade on this, set up a buy stop. Was what I mean. So that's on NASDAQ. Gonna go ahead and set it up an alert. So there you go on NASDAQ. Tacos right at entry. Basically, same thing that I was. Well, not the same thing, but this I've been talking about this for weeks now. Price did break through this pennant to the downside. And if anything, I'd be looking for this type of move right here, a retest of this trend line, and to see if prices would continue dropping. But that could definitely not be what happens either, right? But overall, that is what I'm looking for on USD Mexican. Let me see what the weekly looks like. Take off all my drawings. Yeah, like breakout retest. I love that. Yeah, I want to see price continue to the upside, really. Like, and then the 3, yeah, I want to see this push to the upside, definitely. I don't like the 3 to top still, kind of, but still. 4-hour time frame. This could possibly be a head and shoulders pattern here. The inverted head and shoulders, I like that. I'll draw it out for y'all. Oops. See? And then let me just do it better looking. Head and shoulders. Left shoulder. Not the greatest on this end. There you go. So if price holds right here at this right shoulder, it's not the greatest left and head and shoulders better, right? But if price holds right here, I'm expecting price to continue to the upside. So right here, expecting price to go to the upside. So I am still holding on to my buy, so same position. I'm not going to change anything. So yeah, that's tacos. Looking for the swing by opportunity. Let's see what happens. I like the head and shoulders right there, though. Just going over to arbitrage. 4-hour is setting up. That's nice. That's nice. I like to see that. 1-hour time frame. I had already caught for a buy, and yeah, I just want to see this continue going to the upside. Daily time frame. Had caught for a sell. Now, if anything, I would have to see this retrace and hit that RSI line for me to continue selling. So if anything, I want to definitely buy, but I just don't like where it's at. In weekly time frame, I still do have to remember that it is calling for a sell. So those are the things that I am watching for. But like I said, I like my chances for the buy. Let's go on over to Mr. Gold. Ooh, gold. Talk of the town, man. All right. First and foremost, I still stand by what I said. Hold on, guys. Let me restart this. Stop converting. Stop. Let me restart this real quick. Alright. Now that I got everybody to possibly... Actually, forgot that I need to do all this. Sorry. Mute all. There we go. No annotations. Okay. Think I'm good. And I'm just, let me go ahead and continue. So I still stand by what I said. I still think, I know you guys remember when price dropped down from here. I've always expected price to come back up here. And now that I saw price do this double bottom and came up this high, I still kind of feel the same way that, oh, well, if that's the case, then this still definitely has potential to play out, because now all I see is, let me get rid of this and this. And this definitely didn't play out, so let me get rid of that. Because now all I see is, oh, either A, that's what price did. Was it? I am just all over the place right now. Is either A, prices already did like a mini liquidity grab up here, which I'm not buying. I don't think it did. Because just look at where this previous wick was. One, it came even higher than where price came to last time. So I'm still definitely holding my price coming up to 70-75 bias. Like, nothing is really, if I miss it, I'm okay with missing it. I'm actually already hedging a trade, and it was from a trade opportunity that Payton talked about. So I could still see the possibility of price selling, but I still see this possibly coming to fruition for 70-75 to come and price dropping out. I've already taken the L on gold. I don't feel like, if I see price drop out, retest and stuff like that, then maybe I'll get back in. But right now, all I'm still seeing, or I still want to see, is for this to happen. 1777 even, or whatever, same difference. 7077 and 7075, price push to the upside, then continue to the downside. So I'm still, again, I still think that liquidity is up here chilling. I don't think that was a liquidity grab. I think price is going to keep going higher. So that's my opinion on it. And again, 1 hour time frame. Ooh, like, even with this right here, this just looks like a morning star in the 1 hour, but this could definitely be invalid. Just like how I'm not looking forward to the weekly candles on other USD pairs, but I'm still like bullish engulfing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling selling gold until it gets to 1775 still. I still feel the exact same way. One thing though that I will mention is that definitely you want to be careful with gold because on the daily time frame, it has broken to the upside and it is starting to look like it's calling for a buy. And these indicators are starting to show that might be confirming it as well. So maybe overall this is really going to go bullish. That's something that, again, this was the reason why I even took a buy on gold, was because I saw that price came and retested this RSI line. I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and take this risk. And it looks like, again, guys, this thing could really push to the upside. I like seeing this blue candle because the blue candle means that it's going to be bearish. But still, let's see what arbitrage has for us the next couple of days. 4 hour time frame, no sell yet. Just looks like a break and retest. Again, another reason why I sold down here. 1 hour time frame, definitely bearish. So hey, that might continue. That might make price continue to the downside. But I am personally still in favor of the buys. So let's see what gold does. Let's come on, talk about some cryptocurrency, shall we? First and foremost, I want to see something. Hold on. All right, cool. Love to see it. All right. I was just checking on a trade I'm in. Bitcoin. I like me that Bitcoin. All right, so I was personally looking for a trade on Bitcoin. Quite honestly, this is over the weekend. I wanted price to come down here. One of my students, he said, "Nah, I'm looking to buy over here at 58,460." He got that buy. Congratulations to him. I can still see this definitely playing out, but from what I'm seeing, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that Bitcoin is just gonna start mooning, honestly speaking, even with the current price action, unless it's either one or two directions, and price is already holding over this support that's right here, this little baby support. Oh, what am I doing? Oh no, yeah, exactly. Like this line that's right here. This is the entry that I wanted to possibly get into, and I didn't. But look, it's just holding up above this. So if it holds above, just expect price to go bullish. I mean, I've set a buy stop. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna hold anybody. I've set a buy stop right here. Like 62,000 might be a safer buy stop, and then you have your stop loss like under these lows or something. But a buy stop, and I'm thinking that like the likes of 68K, 70,000 are gonna hit, guys, because again, cryptos are extremely bullish, and these things they're just making moves. Like, if you want to try to go ahead and sell this right here, have fun with that. I mean, it could be a double top, why not? But a double top when price is making all-time highs, I don't know, Chief. Looks sus. So yeah, Bitcoin, I'm looking for buy stops, honestly. At this point, I just can't sell it. I mean, if I were to sell it, it'd been up here, but that would not have been a wise move on my part. And it looks like this is gonna take off. I like this bullish engulfing candle right here. It looks like this is just gonna take off right now. But I want to buy at 62,000. So that's with Bitcoin. Arbitrage, you want to see it? Daily, holding above the upper danger zone. 4 hour. Called for a buy that I wasn't paying attention to. Even did a nice retest. Push to the upside, yes. 1 hour time frame. Called for a sell, but it looked like that might be a fake out, and it's looking like it's going to call for a buy. So, with that being said, buy the Bitcoin. I'm just playing with y'all. Alright. Ripple, man, it's beautiful to see. Price what came up here, hit $1.50 basically. Actually, it did hit $1.50 exactly to the T. It hit $1.50. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and put this up here and put that at $1.50. What the heck? There we go. Okay. This was from last week. Let's go on the weekly time frame. All right. Last time price came up here was back in May 2018. Binance, I'm gonna have to change this. Oh, I'm bugging. Hold on. There we go. Let me just use this one over here. Okay. I guess when Binance started putting their charts on here, it didn't have a lot of Ripple data. Okay, there we go. So last time price was up here came up to $1.50. That was right after Ripple started to crash. And we can see here that before in 2017 on December, price had used $1.50 as a resistance. Dropped down a little bit, then continued going higher. Guys, all I really see Ripple doing is literally hitting $2 in like the next couple weeks. Like literally, I'm not even like trying to hold you. $2 looks like it's very much possible. The way how things going. This is my next target. $2. All I can say is if price breaks the $1.50, a buy stop again. Huge bullish engulfing candle. Oh my goodness. And it's closing in 2 minutes like that. I don't know if I want to sell that, man. Although I doubt the opportunity would even present itself. I highly doubt this opportunity is going to present itself. But if price comes back to $1.14, I'm going to buy. And I'm even going to buy on my freaking like Coinbase, my Binance account. But if that doesn't happen, again guys, if price breaks through 15 cents, I'm not going to hold you. Buy it to the moon. Might even break $2 and go to $3. Who knows? Buy it to the moon. Like, actually, we're mooning. No, I'm joking. But seriously though, like, buy it to $2. I'm expecting price to get there like in the next week or two. Gotta definitely look and see what's going on more into like Ripple space and all that. But still, I'm loving what it's looking like. Let me come over here and see anything that's going on. Nope. Good. Okay, Litecoin. From that Litecoin buy that we got into how long ago? This is back in March 24th. TP just got hit. That's a solid 840 pips. That's nice. But again, guys, I had mentioned if price breaks through this, just hold it. Price is going to make higher highs. It's making higher highs on the daily, on the weekly. It's making higher highs. Price hasn't been this high in so long. So again, if you're holding it, if you're still holding it, keep holding it. Price hasn't been this high in a while. I expect it to continue. Next stop, $297 to $300. I don't know if I necessarily want to buy this right now. I'm not trying to be like, I'd rather put my attention on a buy stop on Ripple and stuff like that rather than on this. If price comes back down to these lows, then hey, I might look to buy. But again, this beautiful trade that was taken, very little drawdown. Took how many days to play out? I'm just gonna take it from right here. Took 18 days. Not bad. A couple weeks. So there we go. That's on Ripple. I just expect this to keep going, to be quite honest with you. Ethereum. This pisses me off. Ethereum to the moon. I have nothing more I can say about this. It's at its all-time high. I mean, it just made an all-time high yesterday, but still, it's like it's just making all-time highs. I don't have anything to say about Ethereum except for to the moon. It's going over to GBPUSD. Finish this up. This is from last week, so it doesn't look like this play might be the move on GU, although it is still holding at this 78.6 fib. This could have possibly been a liquidity grab on GU, and honestly speaking, I am kind of still seeing this to be possibly bullish. I mean, unless I want to say no, I don't like that. From this sell, I could say though, from this drop, from this high to this low, I had mentioned it a couple weeks ago. Price came to this 31%, fibbed it perfectly, and dropped nicely. So this could be in a downtrend. This could be in a downtrend, and that it's going to start following bearish structures and stuff like that. So I'm going to delete these and just see what high price does, to be quite honest with you. All I could really say is that all I want price to do is really break out of this retest and then continue if it's going to sell. That's all I could really see. And yeah, so that's GU. Not even talking too much about it. Pretty sure the 4-hour daily and all that are selling. 30 minutes selling right there. 1 hour time frame is selling. 4-hour time frame is selling. Daily time frame is selling. See what the weekly looks like. Weekly is the only one that's not selling, but every other time frame that I would consider right now is selling, and even the 15-minute time frame is selling. So it's like, what you really trying to do? You feel me? So that's on GU. I like GA and GJ much better. Look at, I had already mapped it out what I thought was gonna happen with GJ. I did this last week. I thought that price was just gonna push it up from right here. This was perfect too. Right at my buy, where I would have bought at. Price pushed up, retrace. I expect price to continue making higher highs. And I kind of am bullish on GA, man. It's like I said, it's been on this trend line that I drew very nicely. Right here, been on this trend line very nicely. And let me see what this weekly candle looks terrible. Wait, what the? Oh, that's just from my drawing. Never mind. Huh? I'm about to say. Yeah, if I could get a bullish engulfing candle on GA today, then GA is definitely gonna make a higher high. So that's just what I see on GA. Not really much I could do about me not getting this entry, because I mean I was scary and I didn't get it. It's going over to arbitrage, but maybe I could get an entry here. So 30, not any of those. 1 hour time frame. Ooh, perfect. All right, boom, got an entry, guys. This is why I like arbitrage. I like these green candles. I'm still looking to buy GA. If I were to place a stop loss, it'd probably be down at only because I can still see price doing this. Oh, never mind. It already came and hit that 61%. Oh yeah, it's on. Just put it down here and hold this trade. Like, I'm actually so serious when I say that. I'm looking like this looks like a solid sell on GA. I haven't seen a solid sell on GA. I mean, a solid buy on GA. I haven't seen a solid buy on GA in a minute. 4 hour time frame called for that sell. That daily time frame is holding above that RSI line. If we take this loss, then this price is just gonna sell. So GA, I like the buys. Take it to the upside, man. Have fun with it. Gonna clone. No, not clone. I'm gonna copy it. I like that buy. That arbitrage is showing that it could be happening on the 1 hour. I like this way better, and it's at the 61.8 on the 4 hour, on this 4 hour bullish move. Heck yeah, I like this. And again, if that stop loss gets hit, that's probably arbitrage telling you to get off the trade anyways. So we'll see how that plays out. But I like that GA buy. All right. I am not in GU nor in Litecoin. I do have a buy stop on you, and I do have a buy stop on you as well. Gold, still in it from the bottom, but that's just me personally. GJ was a vibe. It was a movie as well. So GJ, same thing. I kind of wanted to, it pushed up. I would really kind of appreciate it if it came back down to these lows. Let's get a fib on it. I said arbitrage almost. Right there, perfect. Yeah, I still want price to come back to my entry, and let's see if we could take price to the upside. I'm not 100% sure about the sells, but I kind of still do like them. So still questionable about the bears here. So but this is where I'm gonna start taking GG to the upside. I like the bulls on this. It's going over to arbitrage. Now I'm not crazy over this 1 hour calling for the buy already, but this is my setup. This is literally my setup for arbitrage right in my face. A breakout, get the buy call, retest, continuation. Literally my setup. So you can either do this one or two ways. You can either take this buy right here. I personally like it. Take it to the upside. Move your stop loss below these lows, because this is how I usually trade arbitrage. This is my setup. Or copy this, take it on over here, and paste it. get it right there, and you can get a better risk to reward. I'm most likely going to take both, to be quite honest with you. I'm just gonna put like 5% risk on one and 5% risk on the other one, and I'd be taking it to the upside, you know, seeing what price does next. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at for arbitrage, and yeah, it looks nice to me. It's 1-to-1 over here, and over here is a 1-to-3.96. So let's see what happens there. I am bullish on GJ though. EURGBP. It's going over to the Euro pairs now. Alright, so EURGBP. EURGBP, I feel like might have came and grabbed this liquidity that I mentioned it could do. So I'm going to go ahead and close all that out. I did mention that if price did break through this, it'd come up and then it could drop and then continue to go to the upside. EG still bearish to me, pretty much. Until it breaks these highs, I'm still a little bearish on EG. I do see it definitely climbing to the upside. It's just, I just gotta go with what I'm seeing, man. You know, let's go into the weekly first. I do like how price did reject off of here, but I feel like with it just leaving all this down here as a possibility to come and grab, I still think it can still fall down, right? Check out the drawings. Bullish engulfing candle. Regardless, I'd have to see a retracement. Regardless of what happens, I have to see a retracement on EG before I even get into a buy. So that's my first thing, right? I'd have to see. I just take it from this right here, man. Same thing. I'd have to see price come down, as I literally just drew it. I have to see price come down to 0.85463 before I think about like trying to get into a buy of any type, right? So that's just me. I don't like the sell right now, so I'm just gonna leave EG alone. 1 hour time frame calling for a sell, but I don't like where that's positioned at. I'd rather wait for more confirmation. 4 hours. Even the daily looks like it's gonna go bullish, so yeah, probably just wait for that type of move right there. Although I'd want it to come a little lower, like 0.85380, then pop up. But still, that's what I'm looking for EG. But I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna be patient. Gonna wait on it. EURAUD. It's going over to here. It looks like it finally wants to go bullish. Finally, it's making that decision, man. Had this pennant drawn out, it broke out to the upside. I was waiting either A is gonna drop or B is gonna push it upside. I didn't get in it. I was like, I'm just gonna wait for you. And now it finally looks like it wants to make the decision. So again, I still kind of, well, not again, but I still want to see this retracement to the downside. Although it kind of looks like it might have did that on the lower time frames right here. But I would have liked a deeper retracement than that. But EA is just not what I'm looking at for trade opportunities right now, regardless. So let's see what we have. Still needs to break the structure in my eyes. Still needs to break this. Looks like that's going to be a possibly small liquidity grab, possibly even more higher for a possible liquidity grab, but still needs to break that for me to be able to be bullish on it. So I'm still going to wait on EA a little bit. Not really too comfortable trying to sell it, although it is at this structure that I could see clear as day, and it could definitely sell from here. If you're a risky seller, by all means, you could take this type of sell right here. I'd personally do my stop loss above this high. If anything, you could possibly do this, but again, I'm not really crazy over it. And this buy that we had taken right here, stop loss got hit at break even, price continued. We should have just kept it, but it's all right. It happens, right? So let's see what happens with EA. But I'm not really, I'm not really crazy over it. I'm pretty sure daily time frame. Wow, I did not look at that buy last week. That was perfect, textbook. Weekly time frame still very, very bearish. I mean, yeah. 4-hour time frame, I'm sure very bullish. Everything's bullish right now, so just leave EA alone for me personally. But again, if you want, you can take a sell at that support. Just be careful. I mean, at that resistance. Just be careful. EURNZD, last but not least. It's basically the same thing as the EA. Again, price came and hit that 61.8. It never came to my entry that I wanted, and it just looks like it's going to keep going higher. So it is what it is with EN. Can't really say much about that right now. Just leave it alone. Same thing. Let me go on over to arbitrage. Arbitrage is just a 30-minute time frame. 1-hour time frame called for the buy. It looks ugly, but it looks like it's gonna go bullish. 4-hour time frame, nothing. Daily, bullish. So yeah, I'm just leaving EN alone. It looks like it's gonna go. It looks like it's gonna break these highs very shortly. And it's above. Ooh, and it's above these. Yeah, I think this is gonna keep going bullish. But I'm gonna leave it alone. So. Is there any other questions for me before I hop off? Any other questions, any comments, any concerns, anything? No? All right. Well, thank you guys for hopping on. I appreciate it. For those who are on YouTube or those who are on the Zoom, I appreciate everyone. And the recording will be posted up shortly. Thank you.